Oh yeah, and thanks for tuning in to another awful movie review.
Ow! Oh! Help! Oh! Help! Oh!
To conclude this 5-part series on bad giant monster movies, I would have had a hard time defending why I chose not to include Reptilicus. The infamous Danish-American low-budget stinker is about as fun as listening to my grandfather explaining how gas prices used to be lower back then. So strap on your military helmets as we dive into this ocean of monstrous ineptitude, because I must confess, this film fits right into the series. Quite well, actually.
Be ready to get out of here in a hurry.
But before we get going, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment for a new idea of a bad movie series. And if you value what I do, and you want to help support me, please check out my Patreon in the description down below.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Yeah. Get me transferred out of this damn place.
Since the heart has a yearning for the unknown, if you're interested in unanswered stories of UFOs visiting Earth, bone-chilling evidence of paranormal activity, or some of the most famous murder cases gone cold, then head over to the podcast Weird Darkness, sponsoring this video. You'll find all sorts of ghoulish, blood-curdling, and most of all fascinating stories of the macabre, 7 days a week. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, or go directly to their website using the description down below. What sets this bad movie apart from all the others is that there was not one, but 2 Reptilicus flicks made back then. As if one wasn't bad enough, the first version was shot in 1961 in Denmark, in the Danish language, and then the film's American producer, a certain Sidney Pink, also directed an English version later.
We are all familiar with the fact.
Yeah, American International Pictures, you know, the film distributors behind some other horrible films I've reviewed in the past, like War of the Colossal Beast or the infamous Screaming Skull. They thought it would be a brilliant idea to quickly shard out a film like this. And well, yeah, they shouldn't have. Again!
I wonder if even they can find the answer.
Reptilicus is the name of a giant fossilized reptile found by Danish miners in Lapland. Gee, I never knew a place above the Arctic Circle looked this green.
What kind of thing is down there?
They bring the fossil back, and what would you know? One scientist forgets to keep a good eye on it, and Reptilicus develops once again into a breathing, terrifying life form.
Mom!
Well, that's what the movie would want you to think, at least. I'm gonna cut right to the chase. Reptilicus is a flavorless turd. Assuming there is such a thing as a flavorful turd. It's a goofy monster flick that is devoid of any entertainment value. Some may be amused by the poor special effects and find some so bad it's good vibes, but that was not the case for me.
But I believe the shorter the stay, the happier for me. No offense meant.
It's like a stale piece of bread that's been left out on the counter for 10 days. It's getting all hard and crusty and even turning into mold. The most fun I had when watching this movie is when the American general goes out to visit Copenhagen a bit. We get to see the beauty of this city. It almost felt like a documentary. But apart from that, good gracious.
Then, there's really nothing exciting about this at all.
The characters played by absolute nobodies, and who are about as interesting and compelling as stepping on a rusty nail.
I wish I could be that lucky, Mr. Peterson.
Seriously, we know nothing about these people, and the worst part is, I don't think I wanted to know anything more about them. Some of the dialogue also is worthy of having my ass wiped all over it.
Yep. Everything around here runs on electricity. That's the way I know how to kill.
Then learn another.
All right? You tell me how.
It's not important how.
But this ungodly cinematic creation is most famous for Reptilicus itself. This is no stop motion. Instead, we've got ourselves a puppet on our hands. This would explain why Reptilicus is never seen in its full form. And this has to be one of the worst monsters ever in cinema. Everything from the obvious plastic mouth, which barely moves, to the way Reptilicus flops around like a fish out of water gasping for air, it all looks so ridiculous.
Anything fishy going on, I look into it.
You have to see it to believe it. Especially that one scene where the monster gobbles up a person. It's so poorly done, it's insane.
I guess I'm a little sensitive, Professor.
Also, it's worthy of noting that this creature spits out some sort of bright green acid goo, and it literally spits it at the screen. The cartoonish goo comes flying at you, and then it cuts to another scene. We never get to see this acid have any effect on anyone. Apparently, that Sydney Pink guy was tempted by the idea of having Reptilicus fly as well, but he deemed it unconvincing. Like if the rest of the effects were any better, really. Overall, Reptilicus' schlock turned up to the highest level.
Over and out.
If all the schlockiest movies out there had like a VIP club, Reptilicus would definitely deserve a seat at the table. What an absolute farce of a film. A crappy, lifeless, low-budget piece of green slop. And you know what? What an awful movie.